Alright guys, so we gotta talk about Pokemon Pokopia because right now this game apparently is just selling out everywhere. It's selling out in GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, Target, on Amazon. At least I know Amazon in the UK, the game is already sold out. So the fact that it's selling out in the UK of all places, you know, where PlayStation used to be, you know, the market leader, they used to be very dominant in the UK. Well, Pokemon Pokopia right now is sold out over there in the UK, and it's only been out for like what, 1 day, and that's it. So this is pretty crazy because we literally just got Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Really awesome game. I'm enjoying it right now. It's a really fun game. It looks great on a Switch too, especially even on just a handheld tablet. It looks amazing. But we've got that game that just came out. So many people saying it's their game of the year. A lot of praise that game is getting. It sold 5 million copies already. That's right, Resident Evil 9 Requiem has already sold 5 million copies. Kind of makes me wonder how many copies has Pokopia sold so far, given the fact that they're already sold out like that. They're already sold out, and yeah, that's pretty damn wild when you think about it. That's wild how they sold out already. And it's on one system. It's only on one system, you know. It's only on the Switch too, so that's pretty impressive. It's going to be really impressive to see if it actually outsells Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I think it even got higher review scores than Resident Evil 9 Requiem, which is pretty wild to me. I am seeing so many comments on YouTube, on Twitter. People are like, man, I got a chance to play the game just a few hours before going into work, and that's all I'm thinking about right now. I just want to get out of work so I can go back home and start playing more of this game. So a lot of people, I guess, decided to either get up really early, stay up late. I don't know when the game released. You know, well, I guess for GameStop, I guess it must have released, you know, in the morning, but for other big retailers, maybe overnight. I don't know. I don't really check that stuff, but yeah, apparently a lot of people have got the game as soon as they can to play it, and there's so many people who are like, yeah, I already put a few hours into it, can't wait to get back home to play more of it. So that's a really good sign. And there's even people saying, man, this might be the greatest Pokemon game ever. That's very wild that, you know, this Pokemon game that doesn't really play like a traditional Pokemon game, people are saying might just be the best Pokemon game that's ever been made. There's a lot of people who like Pokemon Snap. That was like a game where all you're doing is taking pictures of Pokemon. So, you know, there's a lot of Pokemon games out there that don't play like a traditional Pokemon game that are very popular. And it's going to be interesting to see how well this one does. It's going to be very interesting to see how Pokopia does in the long run. So it's going to be interesting to see how it does right now, like just in the short term. How much it's going to sell in just the first month or so. And it's only on the Switch too, by the way. It's not on the Switch. There was, you know, fake outrage online about that. Oh, you can't even get it on a Switch, otherwise I would have gotten it. Well, it doesn't really matter because it's selling out like crazy on just the Switch 2 alone. This is also a game that is a game key card. Now, Real Life Fake Wizard on Twitter, this is a guy, you know, who typically tries to criticize Nintendo as much as possible to get as many views as he can. Well, even he reported just how well this game was selling, and he's like, this game is like sold out everywhere, and I live in a big city and I can't find it. You know, I can't find it in Walmart, Target, GameStop, Best Buy. Like he's just unable to find this game. That's how well it is currently selling. So if someone who typically talks crap about Nintendo is willing to admit that they cannot find this game, then I don't think it's made up, you know. And it's funny, if you look at his Twitter posts about this, you know, he tries to throw some shade at it. He's got to put some little bit of negativity to it. He's got to attach a little bit of negative to it. So he says, instead of saying this game is sold out everywhere, he says this game key card. You know, he purposefully puts game key cards. So fucking stupid. But yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Oh, this game key card. And let me tell you guys something about when it comes to game key cards and all this other BS. PlayStation 5 PlayStation 4 even, Xbox One, they all started that stupid bullshit of releasing games that didn't have the full game on it, and you gotta download it and or whatever once you get the game, and sometimes you gotta, you just don't have the full game unless you got Wi-Fi, internet access to download it. Perfect example I think is For Honor. That's a freaking game that it's like I'm unable to play it if I don't have Wi-Fi. So this whole outrage about the game key cards is complete bullshit, because it has been a thing for a while now. And it did not start with Nintendo, it started with these two. It started with PlayStation and Xbox, but it goes to show that this game key card, it's not going to impact the sales of these games for Nintendo Switch 2. Now, mind you, this is the only quote-unquote first-party game on the Nintendo platform that is a game key card. Every other first-party Nintendo game is not a game key card. This particular game is a game key card, unfortunately, but it was not developed by Nintendo themselves. It was made by Game Freak and the team that did, Dragon Quest Builders, which is that Dragon Quest Minecraft type of game. So yeah, it's if it was developed by Nintendo, if it was fully developed by them, it wouldn't be a game key card. It would be all on the cartridge. But despite the fact that it is on the game key card, it's selling out everywhere. So it goes to show you that there's probably a lot of people out there who are just like, whatever, who cares? That's not a big deal. And when you think about it, it really isn't that big of a deal. There's, this whole thing like, oh, I want to be able to own my game to play. Like, I get it. I totally get it. You want to be able to play these games without needing internet, or you just want to be able to actually have the game, not this half measure. I totally agree and understand that. But what's really stupid, there's some people who act like they don't own the game or whatever because it's, it's not just like on the physical cartridge completely, and you gotta have the internet there to access it. It's kind of like it's just a physical card, and you're really just downloading and putting the game onto it. And that's such a big deal, because then you technically don't own the game, and you won't get to keep it forever. And at some point, it's like they're going to stop serving you the game or something. You're no longer going to be able to play it. I don't know where they're getting this idea. We have not been around long enough to know if that's the case. Other than live service games. Some live service games I know are guilty of this, but this is not a live service game. This is a full-fledged game. It's selling very well. So I don't think that's ever going to happen. And if you're stupid enough to miss out on really good games because you have the feeling you're just too worried about what's going to happen 20 freaking years from now, right? Because if they're going to stop supporting the game or something, and you're going to completely lose access to it and won't be able to play it again, I don't think that's going to happen in the next 10 years or 15 years or even 20 years. So people are just, they're looking way too ahead into the future. And it's like, oh, I want to be able to play this game 30 years from now. Like, really? Are you really going to be playing this game 30 years from now? 30 years from now, 10 years from now, there's going to be other great games coming out to play. So sometimes I do think people take this stuff way too freaking serious. It gets pretty stupid at a certain point. But hopefully they never do stop making actual video games that are fully on the cart. So I do agree with that, with people in that sense, but to just be like, I'm not going to play it at all because, I don't truly own the game. It's like, dude, you're an idiot, dude. You're a freaking idiot. You're going to miss out on a lot of fun. Same with Resident Evil 9 Requiem. You had that idiot Nintendo fanboy 07. We love our 07, that's what his real name is, but just crying like an idiot saying, I refuse to buy that game until they put the whole thing on a cartridge. I'm like, dude, you're fucking stupid. If you're so much of a Resident Evil fan or whatever, you really want this game, I mean, why would you let something like that stop you from enjoying the game? You're so fucking dumb. So stupid. Anyways, that's my little rant about the game key card situation. But it doesn't really matter because thankfully a lot of people are just like, whatever, it's not a big deal to them. They're going to play this game, they're going to have fun. They don't care if it's a game key card, and there are some benefits to the game key card, it being able to run games much better than games that are fully on a cartridge. So this might be a game that I pick up, and you know, I'm typically not into the Minecraft, Animal Crossing type games, to be honest, but hey, if this is something that's actually pretty fun and unique, I think I'll actually pick it up myself. So any of you guys who are subscribed to me, or if this is the first time watching me, let me know what you think about this. Have you gotten the game? Is it fun? Is it worth picking up? What's your favorite thing about it? All that jazz. Just let me know in the comments below. What do you think about game key cards? Is it really something that bothers you a lot, or do you not care? Just let me know, and I will talk to you guys later.